Hello, YouTubers, subscribers, new people. Welcome back. Welcome to new people. If I don't know if any of you have watched my last video about YouTube, will they try to censor, so to speak, readers doing political readings on YouTube? Just to alleviate some fears, if that happens, I probably will move over to Patreon or somewhere else where you can find me under Jen Lynn Tarot. So I don't see that happening right away. It felt like to me it would happen more towards the 2020 elections if they do try to stifle us from doing political readings. So the point of that video was that YouTube is trying to be fair to everyone. So if they stop people on the extreme right, then will they consider tarot readings an extreme left? As most of you know, most of us readers do have our biases. We do ground and try to look at things objectively. Today, objectively, I wanted to look at Manafort. And, it was interesting when I did the T.S. Ellis reading on the Manafort judge who gave him such a light sentence. It was already known prior to that sentencing hearing that Mueller had given information to New York. So I think he knew that this was coming. I think he knew that, the sentence would probably go light, especially after all the difficulties they had in the trial and pressure that was put on the prosecution. So I wanted to read anyway today on what would happen with New York. And lo and behold, right after the sentencing today with the other judge, what's her name, Amy Jackson, I think, he's got a total of like 7.5 years combined between the two judges in federal court. Right after that, New York indicted Manafort. So let's see how that's going to go for Manafort. I think Mueller, had all the insights he needed and wanted to make sure that Manafort served his time for basically treasonous behavior and passed all this information to New York. I'm using the Cat Black Tarot deck here today. This is one of my favorites. This is, you'll see other readers on YouTube that use it. It's one of my favorites. It doesn't always photograph well for me because of my lighting issues I have. So a lot of times I use my basic Rider-Waite deck over here. I believe Psychic Violetta and Linda, Comanche Psychic, use the Cat Black Golden Tarot. It's a beautiful deck. It uses Renaissance art. So getting back to Manafort, 7 of Coins, waiting on the fruit to fall from the tree. More indictments probably coming. Let's see. And in New York, of course, we know Trump cannot pardon Manafort. Yeah, this does not bode well for Mr. Manafort. Here's the winning at all costs in the center. This is Manafort's mentality in the federal courts that he had, that I will win or I will get pardoned or something. I will get away with things. But he's losing something in the interim. He's not paying attention to the people that are walking away from him. The challenge is the King of Coins. The challenge is the money that he has enriched himself from, and the oligarchs that he's tied to. Now, these charges in New York vary from fraud to conspiracy. Here, in the root of this, it's a strong case. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gotten indicted. Recent past, here's the messenger. That's Mueller passing along information to New York. I feel that intensely there. Crowning the reading, the magician. I have to talk about this card a little bit. Another little mini tarot lesson. This is why I read energy off cards. I'm a healing energy worker also, and that's another reason I read energy of cards. And my clairaudience kicks in with my guides. The magician can be about power, control, manifesting what you want, having the power to manifest. It can be the dirty trickster, sleight of hand like a magician. It can be also about, he's an alchemist. So a lot of times when I do health readings, he'll come up if I feel like someone needs a different mixture and medication that they may be on. I'll get this card a lot of times to show me that. So blending, transforming. He's also an illusionist. What I get here is that with the messenger, whenever you're looking at cards, it's always in conjunction with what's nearby, what's surrounding it, what's in the other placements. That helps guide you to the energy of the card as well, for those beginners. What I'm feeling here, because of the messenger being Mueller passing along information, Page of Wands. Wands are about communication, plans, new creative endeavors, inspiration. And I feel paper off this wand. Wands are made of wood. So I feel paperwork handed off. So I think this was a power play by Mueller. I do. I don't think it was a dirty trick. I think it was a power play by Mueller. Here in the near future, we have Manafort walking away, leaving his treasures behind. Yeah, I think he's going away. As I told you previously in my other Manafort readings, my guides have told me he will die in prison. So, he might have won something in his federal cases, but he's having to leave behind that. He's going on now. Again, it's about taking money from people. Two of Swords, I'm getting a couple of different feelings off this. This is about having a decision to make, being at a crossroads, but it's also, for me, it's a card of divorce or separation, like needing to separate yourself. And he can't separate himself from the money he took. He cannot separate himself. Now, the other thing that came up in the news the other day, I think it was yesterday, was that Manafort was fined $22 million in those federal cases, in addition to the 7.5 years he got. He made, I think it was 55 million or something like that, that he had, fraud with the banks on and money laundering, had not paid taxes on, had stored offshore. And I was kind of surprised. It's like, why didn't they take it all? It was, done through, again, here's, this is a card for me that comes up for money laundering. He was involved in money laundering. He can't seem to separate himself from the facts. But it also, to me, this is a card I'm feeling he is going to be separated from society and from his money. He won't be able to get to his money. And he's going in prison again in New York. They're going to sentence him. He will be imprisoned. He will die in jail. King of Swords is my Mueller card. Here's Mueller saying, be patient, be patient, be patient. He had an agreement, to pass along this information to New York. He's like, he's not getting away with this. Hang on, be patient. Yeah, illumination, the sun's coming out, illumination. That might also be a little of my joy I was feeling when New York charged him so quickly today. I was going to do a reading on when will they charge him, because I felt like it was coming soon. This is illumination. And this is about the work that Manafort did. Same thing over and over and over that he did to profit. So Manafort's going away for a long time. Have no fears. Judge Ellis, you could watch those videos. My feelings were that there was some bribery going on or blackmail. It kind of surprised me that Russia and Putin showed up in it, like they had fed money, probably through oligarchs, had fed money to Manafort for this. And, and Manafort has deep, deep ties with these Russian oligarchs. And that's my feeling. I know a lot of you have asked me about was the low sentence a way to protect Manafort from the Russian mafia? And my feeling was, no, it's that Russia, through Trump org, Trump campaign, everyone got to Manafort. Trump kept trying to talk to Manafort during the trial. Manafort did not hold up his plea agreement. The energy I feel on this is that he had deep ties, and they paid the judge off. So, or blackmailed him into, there was money involved. Let's take a quick look at Judge T.S. Ellis. Will any of this come out? Will he be investigated, or will he just retire and go away? Will any of this come out? Prison, yeah, it's about the light prison sentence, but it's also a prison of Ellis's own making, that he will be tied down by this. I have to get comfortable in my chair, sorry. Interesting. In looking at T.S. Ellis, what I feel Queen of Cups here is America. That this is America trying to put a lid on our emotions. But this is America, and looking at our judicial system and the white privilege of moneyed people. The challenge are new emotions from his verdict. In sentencing, not verdict, he was already found guilty, he pled guilty, but new emotions from the sentencing, that's the challenge. Emotions overflowing, abundance of emotions. Six of Wands in the foundation. He was victorious in his battle. He's on his way home, though. He's on his way home. He's lived to fight another day, but he's, battle weary, and he's on his way home. Recent past, this is a card about retreat or isolation. Could be Manafort, like whether or not to isolate Manafort. But what I feel is this is Judge Ellis. Like he felt as if he sat up in bed, that he was actually a little sickened by this, but if he sat up in bed, he would be stabbed by swords. So I feel like he had no choice in the matter, so to speak. Crowning the reading, destitution. Destitution. This is dark night of the soul. Near future, communication. yes, we will hear more about it. There will be more communication about this. Six of Cups feels like this has been going on for quite some time. I feel like they're going to look back at other cases that he has sentenced, and if there was partiality to Republican affiliated people versus Democrats, that they're going to be looking back at his affiliations in the past. Ace of Wands, a new inspiration, a new plan. And betrayal. This looks like, to me, this card, it looks like Lady Justice, but kind of holding her heart, like, oh, so this is betrayal to America. Betrayal to our justice system. Judge Ellis, he has some delusions. Who's to say he may not be right in his mind? But it's also a smokescreen that was put up. Talking about there's no collusion. Well, the trial wasn't about collusion. That was smokescreens. Here's the messenger with money again. Looking for transactions, looking for payments, looking for new sources of income. Here's the judge not accepting what's offered. I feel like they're going to force him into retirement. Yeah, because everything's going to point to him. Ten of Coins. It feels like there was a lot of money involved. This is about family money and legacy, but it could be Republican money. Could be oligarch money. I feel like they will uncover something going on with the money. Yeah, and the devil. So being tied to the devil. So yeah, I would say this judge, it feels like he's looking for charity, looking for handouts. Queen of Coins, the practical queen, but a moneyed queen. Maybe some money laundering involved in this also as well, coming over from Russia and the oligarchs. It feels to me as if he'll be forced to retire. Will he serve jail time or anything? No. But it feels to me like they are going to go back and look at previous cases, look and see if bias was done in previous cases as well as this one. I'll stop there. This video is getting a little bit long. I try to keep them under 15 minutes if I can, because they're quicker to upload for me. So if you like the video, please click like, subscribe to see future ones. If you'd like a personal reading, of course, you can email me at jenlyntarot@gmail.com. That's on all my videos down in the description box. Just widen the description box out, you'll see it. Thanks for watching, and thank you guys who have been donating to me. I do appreciate it. You guys are so generous, and it really helps me to keep doing this for you. So thank you again.